The biggest political faces will also be descending in Varanasi today ahead of polling in this very crucial constituency. The Prime Minister will be holding a massive rally in his constituency today in an attempt to woo voters to choose BJP. He even announced his plan in a series of tweets. Well, after all, his reputation is at stake because if his constituency votes for any other party, it would be construed that the people have not been happy with the leader. The Prime Minister will be landing in Varanasi at 9:30 in the morning and he will be making his way to the Banaras Hindu University, from where he will lead a massive roadshow, much like the rally that he had participated ahead of the general elections 2014. Soon after the Prime Minister's mega show of strength, it's going to be Akhilesh and Rahul Gandhi, who would also be holding a 12-kilometer roadshow, which will start from Ambedkar Park. Akhilesh Yadav's wife Vihya and Kannauj MP Dimple Yadav is also expected to be present. That's not all. BSP Chief Mayawati will also be in the holy city to address a rally on this politically charged Saturday. Okay, let's go straight across now to India Today's Brijesh Pandey for more on this. Brijesh, good morning. A very important day for Varanasi. It's the last stretch, the final push. We're going to see most of these bigwigs carpet bombing Varanasi, the holy city, to seek the blessings ahead of the final phase.
Oh, absolutely, Avantika. And I think, the whole city would be creaking under the burden of the fact that, that there are, today is going to be, the rally and the road shows of all and everybody who is a stalwart in Uttar Pradesh politics. If I may ask my camera person to pan you and show you, right now we are standing at the front gate of Banaras Hindu University, where you can see the statue of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. And this is the place where the Prime Minister, after landing in Babatpur and coming down, landing in a helipad which is inside 1 kilometer inside the BHU main gate, and after from here he will come to this particular statue of Madan Mohan Malviya, where he'll garland the statue and pay his respect. And after that, Avantika, after that he will start his 5-kilometer long journey, and first he will go to Kashi Vishwanath, and after that he will go to Baba Kal Bhairav Mandir. Now this is an extremely important road show because there are 2 points of view as far as this road show, and 2 rallies, back-to-back rallies, which will happen after that. The opposition is saying that the BJP is slightly jittery about its poll prospect. That is why it has, made its trump card, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to hold 3 back-to-back rallies and 1 road show to shore up, boost the performance of the BJP, which they feel is not very good. But the BJP is saying, we heard the press conference of party President Amit Shah yesterday, along with Smriti Irani and Piyush Goyal. They are saying that the BJP has already secured the required number to get a comfortable majority. This push is to get 2/3 majority. Now it will be an extremely interesting proposition on March 11th, as every eye will be on here to see how much gain the BJP had after these 3 rallies and 1 road show, which the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold from today onwards.
And while all of these bigwigs, these stalwarts, will be flocking to the sacred Hindu city, Brijesh, I just want to ask you this question: how different politics, from Western Uttar Pradesh in Eastern UP? Because in Eastern UP, it is a hotbed for caste politics, isn't it?
Oh yes, and I think a lot of things have changed ever since the election which we witnessed in the first phase in Western UP to the 6th phase, which is going for voting now. The narrative of the politics underwent a complete transformation. The first 3 phases, if you remember, Avantika, the emphasis was on Vikas, development. Akhilesh Yadav was saying that Kaam Bolta Hai. Prime Minister was saying that the BJP stands only for development and nothing else. However, at around 4th phase, the whole narrative changed. It started from the Prime Minister's speech, where he said that the issue of Shamshan and Kabristan, and after that how Akhilesh Yadav government is giving electricity to at Ramzan festival but not at Deepavali. From there on downwards, it has turned into a whole communal angle, and nobody is fighting shy of accepting it. In the last phase, I asked Brij Bhushan Saran Singh in Goda that what exactly is the issue, what are the issues they concerned. He said that Hindu and Muslim issue is there and rest issues are immaterial. So it's very clear that the whole communal transformation has taken place as we are standing right here the sixth phase, and also a couple of hours before the Prime Minister come here and starts his road show.
Absolutely.
Avantika?
And what about the combination of the Samajwadi Party with the Congress? How are the people viewing that? How are the people, taking to this newfound bonhomie between Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi, especially in Varanasi?
Well, there are mixed reports coming in. The Varanasi Assembly constituency, 2 to 3 Assembly segment seats, which Samajwadi Party and Congress combined feel that they have a very strong chance. So this is the reason why, one of the road show of Akhilesh and Rahul Gandhi has been planned in this particular area, because the thinking in the Samajwadi Party Congress camp is that, if they are able to effect any, upset in the Prime Minister region, and that too despite the fact that the Prime Minister has held 3 rallies back to back as well as a road show, then it will be seen as a major coup and a dent in the Prime Minister's popularity here in Varanasi region, from where he is a member of parliament. So, all kind of last minute permutation combination, all kind of, last minute caste configuration, everything is going on, and everybody is hoping that they will be the one who will sweep this region, as it's an extremely high stake region.
Right. Oh, yes, absolutely. Brijesh reporting there from Battleground Varanasi. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you through the day. Meanwhile, 6 days have passed by, but the hunt still continues for rape-accused Uttar Pradesh Minister Gayatri Prajapati, even as the police continue their manhunt for the Samajwadi Party minister. An all-out political war has now broken out, with the top leadership of the BJP and the Samajwadi Party exchanging barbs. Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav urged the minister to surrender, assuring that the cops will nab him in due time. But BJP President Amit Shah was quick to reply to that at a rally in Varanasi yesterday. He slammed the Uttar Pradesh police, saying that they have failed to act while Gayatri Prajapati was campaigning across the state. That's not all. The BJP has even accused the Samajwadi Party of hiding and shielding the minister from the cops. But the response that the Samajwadi Party gave to that particular, statement by Amit Shah is that it's the BJP that has apparently kidnap the minister to ensure he doesn't surrender. That's the accusation that the Samajwadi Party has made against the BJP. Manhunt for the minister has spread, with a high alert being issued at all airports after intelligence reports suggested that the minister could try to flee the country.
पुलिस का काम अपराधियों को सरेंडर करने के लिए कहने का है या गिरेबान पकड़कर जेल में डालने का है? बताओ। ये मुख्यमंत्री कहता है कि इसको सरेंडर कराओ। मित्रों, ये अखिलेश बाबू की सरकार इस उत्तर प्रदेश को गुंडा राज से मुक्ति नहीं दिला सकती।
जो लोग इसमें विक्टिम हैं या विक्टिम की तरफ से गवाही दे रहे हैं या उनके गवाह हैं, उनको डराया जा रहा है, उनको धमकाया जा रहा है, और ये किसी और द्वारा नहीं, स्वयं जो इस पुलिस ऑफिसर्स हैं, जो कि इसके विवेचना अधिकारी हैं, उनके द्वारा अगर इस प्रकार की हरकत की जाएगी तो इस कैसे कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा पीड़िता में कि वो सही बयान दे।
And after the victim's lawyer alleged that there was no protection being provided to the victim and her daughter, India Today in fact has access to PCR call that was made by the witness, reportedly the brother of the victim, about just how the police entered the hospital where the victim is undergoing counselling and treatment and harassing the victim and her family members. Now, in the audio tape, the witness can be heard telling the police very frantically that the cops threatened to file false cases against them, and all of that has been captured on camera.
सर, हम लोग गायत्री प्रसाद प्रजापति वाला जो केस है यूपी, सर उसमें हम लोग दोनों विटनेस हैं। सर हम लोग यहाँ में जहाँ मेरी भांजी एडमिट है और मेरी बहन उसकी देखभाली के लिए, तो यूपी पुलिस आई हुई है और सर बदतमीजी कर रही है, और उसकी जो आईओ है अमिता सिंह, वो हॉस्पिटल में कहाँ का है? सर एम्स में भर्ती है हम लोग। एम्स में हम नहीं, हमारी भांजी भर्ती है, हम वही एम्स में है इस समय, एंड अटेंडेंट है, उसकी देखभाल करते हैं। तो यूपी पुलिस आई हुई है और उनकी आईओ अमिता सिंह, तो वो सर हमको धमका रहे हैं और बयान लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और कैमरे लगा रहे हैं हमारे ऊपर। ये सर हमें धमकी दे रहे हैं फर्जी केसों में फंसाने की, कि यूपी में आओ तो मैं फर्जी केसों में फंसाएंगे, और सर हमारे ऊपर मुझे लगता है यहाँ से भी पकड़ के ले जाएंगे हमको। ये कह रहे हैं बयान देने, और वीडियो कैमरे घुमा रहे हैं हमारी तरफ, तो हम लोग भाग करके यहीं छुप गए एम्स में। क्या हुआ जा रहा वहाँ पे? सर मेरी बहन को अंदर जो है बयान ले रहे हैं वो लोग जबरदस्ती, एमएस की परमिशन हो ये ना हो मुझे नहीं पता, बट हमारे लोगों के लिए दिक्कत कर रहे हैं। हम लोग वहाँ खड़े हुए अटेंडेंट है बाहर, तो हमें पकड़ने की कोशिश और जबरदस्ती सर बयान लेने की, जबकि मैंने कह दिया मैं उसके सामने दूंगा एडवोकेट के।